All right. We're going to go ahead and get this started. Let me go ahead and switch screens. Let's hit the scene. Welcome, everybody. I hope your Sunday's doing pretty good. I know we had a really good Saturday. I was able to get off of work a little earlier so I could be part of the live stream yesterday for the Extra Life. And I kind of knew that I wanted to donate for those two boss battles. It was really fun. Like a year or two ago. I think it was like a year ago, something like that. It was a lot of fun. So I decided I'd go ahead and do it again. I kind of feel like villains to a certain extent, it's kind of hard to get into certain phases, or you get a lot of events that are either in the Watchtower or the House of Legends. So I thought it'd be kind of nifty to have some of the villains get their events in the Hall of Doom, and I think it holds a great number of people. So I thought it was great. I had a lot of fun with it, and this year I went ahead and did two of them in the Hall of Doom, so it was a lot of fun there. And I appreciate Aaron for going ahead and bringing out the bosses for us. That was great. But we are here today to take a look at some more styles and go ahead and check them out. And then tonight I should be working on the video that I was talking about in one of the community posts, so I should be working on that tonight. That should be done by tomorrow morning-ish. I got all the styles I pretty much wanted to do, already filmed. It's just a matter of putting them together and, in a neat little package, and then they should be up tomorrow. And then I should have the community short for not last week, but the week before. That should be coming up as well. So let's go ahead and get started. It looks like we'll take a look here at PPZ first, since he's right here, and then I'll go ahead and I'll look at Kent over there. Make sure I got the right settings. Okay, nice. Okay, there we go. We got PPZ. So it looks like he's got a vision style going on here. It looks like classic vision. I see that a lot of people use his head style to kind of clip the gem through. It's kind of nifty in a certain sense. But this looks like the classic version of Vision with the diamond emblem. Very nice. And then we got Kent here from Multiverses. There we go. So he's kind of doing like the death metal Superman. It's like this belt. I mean, these boots actually go really well with the belt. I'm not sure about the hand style, but I can kind of get what they're going for. I wish there was a mashup between these boots for like the hands, like the dark bat hands, and then you could add like the reborn hands on the other side. That'd be kind of cool if they did like a mismatch of that, or if you did like the silent agenda hands on the one side for the ribbons. That'd be kind of cool. But yeah, because it's trying to look like he's trying to make it look like the Rock, like arm, the Rocky Darkseid arm. But yeah, and then speaking of Darkseid, we have Apocalyptian over here, which is also from the same league. Let's go ahead and check him out. You know me, I always love Darkseid styles, so I kind of check them out here and there when I see them. Darkseid's easily one of my favorite characters. Like one of the incentives for Extra Life was that you could go ahead and you could get the like a different form like avatar. And so I went ahead, I donated towards the Darkseid one, the Harley Quinn like Darkseid like looking one. It's like a it's kind of like a mock drawing of him, but it's pretty good. It's pretty nice. So I went ahead and donated for that so that I can get that on my forum avatar. But yeah, there was a lot of good stuff that they were trying out this year. One of the things that probably wasn't done as well was the caches that you would get for running content. Like, I like that they were tradable. I like that you could get them from bosses, But one of the things that I was talking to with one of the people in my Discord was that you can't choose what you want exactly from the cache when you open it. It just randomly gives you something. And to me, like in my mind, that wasn't too big of a deal because you could just buy it from the broker, and I figured with a lot of people running it enough, it would kind of cancel itself out, cancel the problem out. But apparently it ended today. So it was on a timer for 24 hours and that's it. So it wasn't even 2 days, even though they said it was the 15th and the 16th. It went ahead and canceled itself out at like 8 o'clock this morning. So, so you didn't even get like, a full 2 days. It was more like 24 hours of rewards. I kind of feel like if it's a charity thing, um, let people run content and get it for, I don't know. In my mind, it should have been at least a week. But if it were up to me, I'd probably say 2 weeks. Let it run for 2 weeks. Or you could put it on like, on the Dr. Fate vendor for like, I don't know, extremely cheap, for a couple of those Destiny or Fate tokens, whatever the cheaper currency is. Like what you do with like the other event stuff. Like put it on there for like super cheap so that people can get it for like their alts and stuff, That's what I do, or, because I understand they didn't want to have to do the whole like claiming thing. Because there is a lot of stuff, so it would be a lot to try to push through like a claim. So something like that. But yeah, I think that could have been done a tad bit better. I mean, we did get most of the rewards that we didn't get last year. We're only missing the emote at this point. So we'll see if we get that. I don't know. We'll see. I honestly think we probably won't get to that amount. I don't think we will, but I could be proven wrong. But I don't think it's going to turn in, I don't think it's going to go over. I think we only need like another $900. I don't think we're going to go over that, to be honest. But I like the optimism though. Got MJ from Multiverses. Alright. Let me see here. And then we've got Epic Unborn. Very dark style with the red aura around it. Like I think in my mind, one of the most popular rewards of Extra Life would have to be the Angelic Aura. I think that was easily one of the. I think it was easily one of the most popular, and I think it was one of the first like the, how do you say, battle reactive auras. Like you had the Mercian or the Mercian auras. Those are also battle reactive, but I think the Angelic aura was one of the first. And so for a lot of people, they also just like the color, they like the flow of it. It was kind of cool. So for them, that was different. So so I think a lot of people like that, and I think that's what kind of grounded it as a favorite. And it was also pretty rare because you either had to I mean, back in the day it was much harder to get boss battles because they'd buy out super quick, and they were going for like 150. They weren't only going for like 100, 150. And it was all about if you could get them quick enough or not. I mean, now, that wasn't really too much the case. They had plenty there, but usually that wasn't always the case. So not only did you have to get the, not only did you have to have the money, get the amount, buy it out, but also you had to choose that reward, and then it would drop for everybody that was there. So a lot of people, when I would do, a lot of people would ask me, like, what are you dropping this time around? And there's many times where we would you know, buy multiple boss battles. Um, but each boss battle would give, back in the day, each boss battle gave like different loot per boss, so they drop, you know, different, you know, they drop individually after each one, different rewards. But yeah, but you know, the nice thing was that you had a majority of them, of those rewards, are now just kind of, you know, you can buy them off the broker now. It's just gonna cost you an arm and a leg if people know that you're going for a certain one, or it's super popular. Like the angelic aura went up. I think it's like 40-50 mil at this point. Like I just had a buddy go ahead and ask me about that. And then somebody else was like on the DCUO forums, and they were talking about, like, they were trying to get the Sparkle Trail, and then like somebody put it up there for like a bill, and it's just like, all right, you know, like, what are we doing here? So, you know, so it's kind of that situation. So you're kind of at the mercy of whoever's trying to price it. So I don't know. Like I even look at that. I'm like, come on, that's not even like worth a bill. What are we doing here? You know, it's kind of just, you know, trying to take you know, take advantage of the fact that it was ended early or whatever. You know, so wasn't, you know, super crazy about that, but all in all, you know, you do what you got to do, right? All right, let's look at Accuser Ronin. Where is he? There he is. I like the back piece. I haven't even looked at it. I've been so preoccupied with other things, I haven't even looked at the back style yet. Or I haven't actually like put it on. Haven't put on the staff style. Haven't tried any of that on. Just been busy. But it's very nice. I just gotta find a good style for it. Maybe I'll make like a, since I'm brute right now, I'll do like a ripped, you know, like a super like ripped doctor style, and he'll have the back style on. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll do something like that. You know, it'll be kind of cool. I'll try to get a like a medical journal image or something, and try to get the colors exact. Have a cool ripped doctor look there, and then he'll spawn his own doctor henchman. You know, so that could be kind of cool. You know, the kind of abstract, you know, funny stuff like that. We've got Invincible Iron Man over here. So I've seen people use these hands a lot. I use them for Iron Man. The chest style's good. I use that. Shoulders, I use that. The boots, I think I use something different. But I do see people use those. So those are pretty good boots. Very nice. Emblem, it's not bad. You can kind of see a little bit from here, but otherwise it's not bad. It looks like just a blue color there. Bright blue. And then, I'm not going to even try to pronounce this name, but let's look. Alright. So it kind of looks like an angelic style. Just in need of a few materials. Maybe they got something from Extra Life. I know that Sparkle Chroma was really nice. The Caregiver Sparkle Chroma, I think that's what it's called. That's really nice. I remember donating towards that last year. And that was a big deal for me because I never knew when I was going to end up using it, and then I ended up using it on my small character for when I made like when I made a general fabricant for one of my videos, because literally the pairing of the two different colors was like on spot, like perfect for what I needed. So something even like that, that's a very obscure like style, may need something that one particular, you know, material has, and you don't really notice it until it's too late. So so yeah, so it worked out really good for that. Then you got your death metal Wonder Woman going on here, and then it looks like we have the Tornado Tyrant, our red tornado over here. This reminds me of the Red Tornado from the Supergirl TV show. Just the just the material and the color of like the yellow on it kind of reminds me of it. I think the only way to make this even more perfect. Well, no, because that material, like, I was thinking like burnished bronze, but then at the same time, burnished bronze will not give that same, like, that material look to it. Yeah, so this is probably the best material for that. Alright. Let's see. So we've got Yanni over here. Or Wani over here. I thought that was a Y. I think it's a W. Did I go all the way down? I think I did. There we go. Again, I really like the shoulder style. I like that that neck piece. I think that's easily one of the best styles that they've put into the game as of recently in terms of like innovation for styles. I hope that they continue doing more like neck styles. I think that'd be really cool. But it was one of those things you didn't really know you were like missing out on until you actually got it, and you're just like, oh geez, like you think of you know, so many things that that would look good with. So yeah, so very nice. And the accessory is nice. I like the electric accessory. For some styles, it could be a little much, but that actually turned out you know, that turned out to be a pretty good accessory. And then we have Ravish over here. So we got our Phoenix material. We got our Reborn neck piece again / shoulder piece. So this looks like quite the summer style. The waistband thing's kind of nice. Alright. Then we have... Did I look at Nevermore? I don't think so. So we'll look at Nevermore. Oh, okay. Alright, 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 alright. I gotta clip this. This is actually really good. So they used the... They clipped a face style through one of the head styles to make it look like a raven headpiece. You know, and raven signifying like Edgar Allan Poe with one of his well-known poems. That's actually really cool. I like that. Yeah, I like it. It does look like a raven's head. Yeah. I think that's the Hecate head style. The Hecate's Revenge head style, or Vengeance of Hecate's head style with the I know what it is. It's the Plague Doctor face style that they clip through it. Yeah. Very nice. And you got like the red energy coming from that. Very nice. And it looks like ghosts floating around them. Very nice. Very, very creative. I like that. And it's like it wouldn't really make sense if it was bright and you could actually see the materials on it. But since it's like such a dark material, it like works out like really good. Alright, and then we have Wanda Django over here. Let's see. So we got ourselves a really deep red. I would say that it's almost impossible for me to see the clothes that they used, or at least the chest style, but I can tell that that is the Bioelectric Slimline. So that's the one that's inspired by Black Lightning that I believe they're wearing. I think it's not only the electric on the chest, but also the elbow pads give it away. And of course with like how it, that part, like how it doesn't go down to the middle fingers but actually to the front finger, that's part of that chest style. Very nice. I think the colors are a tad little too dark for me to see the details, but you know, they're probably doing that so that it's just really the appearance that they're really going for. the form of it, not quite the actual style, like details. Then we have Brainiac 10 here. All right. Well, we could definitely tell they're Brainiac. They got the green skin, and then they have the Brainiac nodes across the head. I wish we had one that actually laid right on the top of the head, but that's still pretty good. And we've got somebody who's trying to be very mischievous over here. So this is Popstar. Guessing those are the glimmering wings they're probably wearing from the new event. And then we have Arthur J. Curry. You know, looks like a Franklin Richards. Oh, the question man, question mark. I did go ahead and see the Fantastic Four since it hit Disney Plus, and I was actually really, I actually really enjoyed it. It was actually pretty good. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I didn't see it in theaters, but I did see it on Disney Plus, and I was pleasantly surprised. So it was really good. I liked the ending of it. I think they did a good job on Galactus. Silver Surfer, I was kind of split on whether I liked it or not at the beginning, but actually I think it worked out pretty good in the film. I think it was a good change. Do I think it was? Do I feel like they had to do it? I don't think they had to do it, but I think for what they did with it, I think it was good. I think it was fine. I don't think anything was too crazy about it. I think it worked out pretty good. But yeah, all in all, that to me that was a pretty good movie. Overall, I kind of wish there was a little more of it, but it wasn't bad. I think you could kind of see that as like maybe a restart of like the MCU. You know what I mean? Kind of like, okay, this is our standard kind of going forward. Because I think for the longest time they just had bad direction. But I think they don't really have that problem now. Alright, so we got our Black Adam over here. He's got some black boots too, and white gauntlets. I don't know about that, but I do like the black with the gold emblem there. The belt's not bad either. And then we have Helios Hyperios. Where is he? There he is. And then we have Count Paradox in chat. Hey, Conic, what phase? Looks like I made it. It looks like you have. Welcome to chat. Let's see. And then we have Spectacular down here with the bright red. So it looks like we have our Spectacular Spider-Man. If only the chest style had like the deepness of red of that. You know what? Like, let me see here. You got the one. Ah, so he's out of slots. Yeah, he's out of color slots. Cause I was thinking to myself, I was like, I don't know, cause yeah, he's got to color the face a certain way to make that little beak thing blend in with the head style. Because otherwise, he'd probably be better off using the older version of this head style so that it would at least match the tone of the rest of the suit. Because that is a little, you know, that's massively a difference in color. But, you know, the newer one has nicer shading, so to say. I wish they probably updated the older, you know, the older slimlines as well. That'd be kind of cool. And then we have Bjorn Ironside over here. This is very nice. I like the kind of like the blue that's on the pants. It's very subtle, but you can see it from like the side. That's not bad. I like that a little bit. You got the boots. And you got the nice chest style with the metallic on it. But I think I like the aura best. Plasmic always best. And then we have, I don't know if I saw this one. I think Harl Quinn over here. I think I did look at this. I can't remember if I looked at this before the stream, right before, or we already have, but here you go. Looks like a Harley Quinn with the caregiver Sparkle Chroma. Let's see, we got Infinite over here from Black Yakuza. Let's see. Where Infinite? There we go. Okay. I was looking for Black Infinite, not Infinite. For some reason, I was thinking that way. I like the Aura's effect on the style, though. That looks kind of cool. So they're gadgets, okay, very nice. And then we have Omega Candod. I don't know about the gold on the hair, but you know, I kind of like the style it's going in. I like the high detail on the chest and shoulders and how they come together. I think that's good. I'd probably try to look for hands that match that detail and maybe go down a little further so that this doesn't clip into the shoulders. And maybe have gloves that are maybe a little thicker. I feel like if you had this, I think it's honestly just the shading of the materials around these, like, because you could tell these are obviously newer styles. If that were to go throughout this whole outfit, I think it would be absolutely stunning. Just the amount of the black shading between. So it's you're gonna kind of get that with like newer styles, not with older ones. They didn't have that sort of shading or like texture to it. Count says I made it in game as Gravius Tahu or Tehu. Check him out when you have a chance. Yeah, I'll check him out. Oh, I already looked at this one. Yeah. Here, we'll just check out your style here right now. I only know a handful of characters in 40K. I don't even know half of them, but I appreciate someone who does. But yeah, most of the time, if it's not the Space Marines or some of the like the other certain chapters that I know of, those real how do I say it? Those more obscure characters within it, I won't remember all of them. And I know a lot of them have a lot of unique styles, so maybe this game isn't able to portray all of them, right? To their glory, right? Let's see. I saw somebody just come up and oh, there we go, Damien. That's what I was looking for. Because they're going to be over a little ways. If I can't find them, okay, I can't find them in this first one, so I'm going to slink up like this. There we go. So I'm right near them. Okay, so yeah, this is really good style. This follows a lot of what I ended up using for my Damian Wayne, so this actually turned out pretty good. Yeah, because I used those are probably the best gloves just because the form is best for Damian. Of course, they got the boots. The leg styles are pretty like a no-brainer. These are really good. Chest styles really good. But now you got the belt. I didn't have that updated belt back in the day, but now you got the updated belt. So you got and then you got the cape. So you got the real good like Son of the Bat cape, and then you got the belt. Now you got the boots. So you've got like I don't know, maybe a third or half of the you know, Damian Wayne style, but it looks great. You know, worked out very good. Very nice. Let's see here. We have Chainsaw Devil over here. It looks like they're wearing like I think they may be wearing the looks like the insectoid head style. I think they're trying to make Chainsaw Man. Chainsaw Devil. Yeah, they're trying to look like the Chainsaw Man with the chainsaws on his arms, and he got one right through his head. Very nice. Let me see. We got PPZ. He looks like he's got something different going on here. Let's take a look. So it looks like we have Electro going on here. Yeah, and they're using that same chest style that the using the same chest style that the Wanda character was using. That's the one I was talking about, minus the shoulder pads. Let's see. We have L over here in the league called Allies. Well, it makes it easy to pick out of a crowd, the name. It's not bad. I like it. I think the material of the pants works well with the chest style. It's not bad. Very nice. Let's see here. We got JD over here. JD Kazama. Trying to make sure I read that right the first time. So here we go. We got the, I believe the chest and the face style are the, it's not stealth chroma. Why am I thinking stealth chroma? Nor comic chroma. No such thing as a stealth chroma, at least not yet. This is the Noir comic chroma from the Black Friday sale. So I'm pretty sure this will make it around this year as well with the Black Sludge chroma. So if any of you have seen my videos using those items, well, they should be right around the corner at any point this, at the end of this year. So I don't know. I'm thinking maybe another three weeks, 3.5, almost 4 weeks. You should see that stuff start to pop up around here. Maybe there'll be a few other little surprises around the way. They always add things every year. So I fully expect to see something else really cool for Black Friday for, for all those people like myself that that already have everything and looking for something a little different. So that'll be kind of cool. And then we have the Eradicator here. I made something like this, I don't know, in another video. It was a Superman video. This is really good. I like this. I like the black accents on it. Very nice. Very nice. They're wearing the good head style. That's good. The hair's good. I think I used the no, I might have used this, or I might have used the Atlantean Emperor. I can't remember which one I used. I would have used, or I might have worn the Superman one and just not worn a material on it. I'm trying to debate to myself what I actually used for the hair. I might have not used a material for that particular one. But yeah, all in all, that's very good. Very good style. And then we have Cosmic Warden over here. They're close by, so I should be able to see them pretty close here. Where are they? There we go. They're right, literally right there. Very nice. All they need is just a Green Lantern style, then they'll Green Lantern emblem. Well, one that's Green Lantern material, if I can find my words here. Green Lantern material and chroma, and then I think they're good, good to go. Get themselves a little bit of glow there. And then we have this character right here. Looks like a... It really reminds me of like the color initially kind of looked like something from like, I don't know, from like Overwatch. Kind of remind me of like Tracer or something like that. That's what the colors reminded me of. Yeah, so that's what they're doing. Okay. All right. I actually like this. I think this is actually a really good style. Actually way better than like that Tracer one that they were going with. I think this one way better. Yeah. Very nice. Very nice, good choice. You know, I never really played that game, but I do know some of the characters, you know, from, you know, see the stuff on like Twitter X when they were comparing that to Marvel Rivals and whatnot. So I thought that was really cool. They're very recognizable characters. Alright, we have Bart H. Allen over here. Very nice. Looks like a Spider-Man mashup. And then we have Woody over here. So it looks like they sort of have like a stealth style going on here. Nothing too crazy. Maybe a little bit plain, but all in all, you never know what happens. Maybe they'll come up with something a little different. And then we have Miss Rogue over here. If I can find them, there we go. So I love how usually with like Rogue, it's like brownish reddish hair and then like a whole bunch of white like on the tips, but it looks like they did the opposite. They did all the white hair or the lighter blonde hair, and then they have like her regular hair color at the very tips of the hair. I guess it's a different take on the character. I mean, it's not terrible. And then I think I saw a Gambit character running around here somewhere. If I can remember the name as I scroll down, I think we can snag him. There we go, William Maximoff. So this isn't bad. I'm more in favor of like the Gambit where his hair went like straight up. But this one's, I mean, this hair's not bad either. I think the chest style's not bad. You know, kind of minus the pink chains, but I think the chest style's good. I think the boots could be slightly better, but I think the belt style is a really solid choice. Like everybody pretty much uses that belt style, and I think it measures in well with the chest style. And you got like a little bit of like energy going around on the pink energy, kind of alluding to his powers. So it's not bad. And then we have Jesse Bell over here. Looks like a deconstructed like speedster. I kind of like it. It's kind of like you know, like maybe if they were like back in time, you know, and they didn't have like, you know, like the speedster suits or whatever. This would kind of be like a broken down like version of it. You know, maybe it's you know, a different time, you know. So I think that's kind of cool. Let's see, who have I not looked at? Because if I think I've seen mostly everybody that, you know, that we hadn't looked at before, I think I'm gonna drop down a phase or two and check out who's there. We'll look at Princess Star over here real quick. Just whatever catches the eye, whatever's flashing catches the eye, I'll take a look. So I actually like this. This is like the older, like golden age version of like Tamaranians that they used to make way back in the comics. I mean, obviously they look much more different now, but this is like the golden age, like classic version of the character. So I kind of like that. You know, you don't see a lot of people doing like old versions of the characters a lot, so that's kind of cool. All right, we will be back. Let me go ahead and see if I can get up high enough so I'm out of combat. See my little ticker near my name. See if that turns to white again. There we go. All right, so we're out of combat officially. Let's swap down. Make sure I don't land too close. I don't land too close and then end up getting zinged across the map. So we have Queen Diane over here, or Diane. So we got ourselves a She-Hulk. Only thing is, like, I don't know. I wish the pants and the shirt matched up a little better though. Not too crazy about that. I mean, the hair is a good choice. The gloves are a good choice. I don't know if the boots are a good choice. I don't have a reference to really see exactly on those. But I know the chest's a good style. Just need the matching briefs to go with it. Alright, and then we have Gon over here. It looks like they have some sort of lethal assassin imagery to them. I kind of like it. The little small guy with his with all his different weapons. He's got his throwing daggers on his chest, one dagger on his waist, and then of course his two blades on his back. It's not terrible. Just need a third color somewhere on here to kind of break up the gold and black colors. See, they got their black smoke. Very good. And then we've got, let me see here. We'll look at Ravik over here. I always like blues. So if done well, should be pretty good. So we got Ravik. It's like a white and blue with a little bit of cybernetic there. It's not terrible. It's not bad. Let's see here. And then we have Thanks Lantern, or THX Lantern X. It's not bad. It just needs a few materials, I think. Maybe something to kind of give it, I think it'll give it uniformity. Yeah, I just need something like that. And then we have Unlimited Broly. Aw, it looks like I'm gonna blow his mind. Let me see. Let's switch to my one outfit that I haven't. So, this will also be in the video. My Broly, this will be my Broly style I'll have in there. So, that'll show its way up soon enough in the video, so there you go. I was waiting to show it in the video, but there's no harm here in showing it now since he's already got his Broly style. Might as well, have the Broly style as well. 2 Brolys. So there you go. Broly with his green hair. I wish we had something that was a little more outrageous, but this will do for now. But yeah, and the green eyebrows really brought everything together. So there you go. And I think the belt works really good. The belt's, pretty much Broly to a T. So there you go. Alright, alright. I think I'm going to switch to the first phase. Take a look at a few styles. Well, we'll power up with these guys. We'll do this first. And then we'll head on over there. Very nice. Everybody's got their Broly going on. Alright, let me put my ring back on and let me swoop back up into the other phase. Oh wait, we got a few more people here. Let's check them out. Alright, so we've got Lord Apathes. So this is kind of like the other style with a lot of gold and black. I kind of like the white of the eyes. It's not bad. I actually kind of like that. I think that works really well with the style, actually. I think it's just because the metallic gold, and then you kind of have a breakup with a little more of like, you have like the face showing. So that kind of helps break up the monotony of like the gold and the black. And then we have Cheater over here. So yet again, we got a really nice style here. I like the cybernetic part to it. You have like a little bit of like a cloth mechanic to the front of the style, and then you have like the you know, you have like the porcelain like doll face on the front. It kind of looks like. So that's kind of cool. I like that. I think it fleshes itself out very nicely. Well done. Let me see. I think we've got just about everyone else. So I'm going to drop back to the first phase. Give it a few shots. We'll see. Alright. There you go. First try. Alright. Make sure I don't miss the people back here. So we've got Oceanus. So this is their style. They got the ocean current aura on. I think the skin's a pretty nice style. Not bad. And then we have Poseidon over here. Basically the same skin style. Not bad. I do like how they clipped the golden aura with the green aura. Very nice. And then we have Persephone over here. Very much looks very much like the Queen of Hades. So I think the chest style is allowing her to have those like the kind of like the arm glove thing kind of going on here, and then she has like the hand style kind of floating on top of that. It's not bad. I like it. I like the fire of the head style. Very much a very Hades style, I guess you can say. You could definitely tell she's like the queen of like the underworld with this style. Very nice. Let me see who else we have. Carol over here. If only that emblem was a little bigger, but I get it. But it's still pretty nice. And then we have Escobar over here. And then we'll check out Doom after that because the name is interesting. Let's see how well their Doom holds up. So you've got, I believe, Hermes over here. Very nice style for Hermes. Now let's look at that Doom character. I mean, it's not terrible. It's not bad. I think it needs a little work for the head or face or something a little bit to match that up, but it's not bad. It's not terrible. And then we had Broly character. I don't know if it's the same one or not. Okay, so it was one of the ones we had in the other phase. There we go. And then we got a Colossus over here from the X-Men. Yeah, this is the only thing with Colossus is we don't have really any good like metal skin styles. We really need to get a skin style that matches the metallic tones of the materials at this point in the game. That's the only problem. So I'm always curious to see what people come up with for that character, but I feel like that's the biggest detractor. And you try to use the, you try to use the flex suit chest style, but it's like there isn't a material with that exact color set that you need for Colossus. And yeah, you could use like glossy finish, but it just doesn't look metallic. It just doesn't have that appearance that you want. So that's kind of the problem with that right now, so to say. So maybe in the future we'll see where that comes about, but right now it's not too promising at the moment. But things always change. Like a few characters very soon down the line, hopefully, it will change massively for them. So we will just have to wait and see. Alright, let me do one more scan and take a look. I think I'll look at 3 more styles, and then I think we can call it a stream. So we got Relief over here. That's actually a pretty funny name. I hope they're a healer. Let's see, there we go. Relief. Let's see if they are a healer. They are a healer. Very, very nice name. Very nice name. I like that. Relief. And their healer. Probably nature, but yeah, most likely nature. Yeah, there you go. Very nice. Yeah, if I see your healer and you're running Poison Ivy as your first, you're probably a new nature character. Either way, it was a very clever name. Then we got Amy Rose Girl. Looks like they have some sort of a Sonic cosplay going on here. I had a friend back in the day. They asked me how to do a Sonic, and I basically told them something to this effect. I basically was like, get one of the animal skins. I had them use the we didn't have these gloves back in the day, so I had them use the formal gloves. They did the Doomsday back piece, and they were real small characters, so they were the shortest male character, And then they used this, and then I had them use the Sneakers of Wrath as their shoes, because there was no other sneakers in the game at that point, that actually looked good or were true sneakers. So and then they used that. So so it was kind of cool to see people even years after still kind of wearing the same general style, so to say. And then we have 1XL. I think I saw them earlier. I can't remember if I saw them yesterday or earlier, something of that nature. I've seen the style before. It's not bad. I actually like it. It's not a bad style. And then we have Dark ITO. And then I guess we'll check out Emo Boy. And then I think I'll make Emo Boy the last style. So let's go for the last style here, Emo Boy. If I can speak properly. Alright, there we go. Okay, I kind of like the gunslinger thing. You got plenty of spikes on the hands. You got the gunslinger thing going on. You got the t-shirt on, a tank top, and then you got the cape that's kind of going off the back, that's kind of tattered. Kind of like it. It's not bad. And you got, it's kind of like there's a new sheriff in town sort of feel to it. He's even, if you kind of look up here, he's kind of got like a star going on as well. So, he's thinking he's the sheriff of the town. I kind of like it. Like the attention to detail there. But there you are. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me on this Sunday. I showed the video that I was talking about in the post, which is supposed to be for brute characters, brute styles. I've got like I think it's like 8 of them, seven or 8 of them. I'll probably end up working on that tonight, and so it should be done by tomorrow morning or mid tomorrow morning. So, um, I'll listen to that as I listen to like a podcast or whatever. Kind of let the time go by as I do it. But I appreciate y'all for hanging out. And then the community spotlight for not last week but the week before should also come out tomorrow. So I will see you all then. Laters. Give it a wave. There we go. There we go. Without moving my mouse. There we go. Nice. I'll see y'all laters.